Hello guys, welcome to my IT class. Today I am very much excited to launch a first video on free video tutorials on IT courses. So the primary objective of launching these free video tutorials is to make rich knowledge to everyone without any cost. So with this noble intention, I am launching this video, and we are starting with C++ language, and in that one we'll study how actually C++ programming language can be used for development of softwares. So the first thing here we'll discuss in this video, what are the basic features and applications of C++ that will help you to fetch good jobs. So you should be able to know what are the fields or areas in which you can explore your career opportunities, your career goals. So it is possible that if you master C++ language with intermediate knowledge or somewhat advanced knowledge, you can get very good jobs. So what are those areas where you can find avenues? That all I'll discuss in this video. So that's what let me discuss here: C++ language features and applications. So the features, I'm not talking about the object oriented features. Of course, that is one of the feature. Apart from that, we have strong library support, speed, it is a compiled language, and access for memory addresses. So moreover, it is one of the object oriented language. Normally the most widely used initially, or you can say the most widely used language in the earlier period in 80s and 90s was C++. So in 90s onwards, like when Java came into market, people started adopting Java. But before that, C++ was one of the most popular and widely used language. But till today, it is used in a market. It is still surviving in market. If you Google like which are the programming languages in use in market, so you will find somewhere in the rank of 4th or 5th position C++ language. It is so popular because of these features. It is object oriented. So because of this feature, it will be, you will be able to develop softwares in an easy way. Software development will be easier, software maintenance will be easier, and upgradation will be easier. So this is how you will be able to develop cost effective solution for your problems and systems. And it also has a strong library support. Initially when C was developed, C++ was developed, it was not that rich. Gradually what people did, they added many libraries to it. You can see one of the recent libraries, standard template library, STL. So that provides support for data structures. So as a C++ is a superset of C, what all power C language has, that all C++ also has. Like C is very near to hardware. Through C you can access the hardware easily and quickly. So since C++ is a superset of C, that characteristic of C or that power of C, by default it inherits. This is how you will be able to develop speedy applications. Because of this speedy applications, I'll let you know which are the applications you develop. That's why in the beginning I have asked, did you know your browser and operating system are written in which language? Obviously you might have got the answer now. It's the C++ language. So I'll discuss those things also in my next slide. So the next feature of C++ is it is a compiled. Like when you develop a program, when you develop a source code, when you write an English like program, that is called as a source code. So that source code will be compiled and exe will be created, and that exe you will be using as an application. So this is, it is a compiled and it's a faster, so there is no interpretation kind of things as other latest languages are using that concept. And moreover, access for memory address, since C has a support for pointers, you can access memory locations, you can manipulate data using memory addresses as that is there in C. So since C++ is a superset of C, it inherits that characteristic as well. So this is how, because of these features, we find the potential applications in these areas. So what are these areas or what are these applications? C++ is widely used in graphics based applications. C++ is by default, you can say it is the language of choice for system programs and for browsers, internet browsers. We use what we use like Mozilla Firefox, scientific applications, libraries to develop some libraries, runtime libraries, cloud storage systems, networking protocols, and embedded systems. So if you talk about graphics, you know, softwares that use computer vision, digital image processing, they all use C++ as a backend programming language. And normally, since in game development a lot of graphics is involved, there also for game development also we make use of C++ language normally. So this is how you will find, if you are a good C++ programmer with some good advanced knowledge of C++, you can find career in game development also. This is how it will help. A strong base in C++ will help you to get trained into game development applications also. Then system programs, you know, we are using Windows operating system, Linux. They're all, almost all, they are written in C++ language. So normally when you develop a system program, it need to be very fast because you need to, you are performing system related operations. So that's why people or the development team prefers a language which is near to the hardware. So C++ is one of the widely used language for system programs. Similarly, browsers, you make use of browsers for rendering the applications, internet applications. So there is a rendering engine. That rendering engine is being developed or it is taking the help of C++ coding, because with the help of C++ you will be able to develop fast engines, because on internet we need to be fast for applications. So rendering must be done faster, rendering should be done in a fast way, then the browser will be faster. So you always prefer fast browser, you don't like slower browsers. So that's why the default choice for development of browsers is C++. Say you are using Mozilla, Firefox, they are all written in C++. Then scientific applications, any application which makes use of some lot of computation is involved. Lot of computations are there, calculations are there. That sort of things also we use C++ because computation is faster. And libraries, runtime libraries, you will develop some libraries and at runtime you can include them, like STL, standard template library, that is being developed in C++. Again, the core feature of C++ that it is near to hardware and it is fast relative to other programming languages. That's why you will find so many applications of C++, and you can you can make your career in these areas also. Then cloud storage systems, you know, cloud is the latest technology, we are using that. For cloud based systems you need to develop applications, so such applications are also in the backend use C++. Then networking protocols, like routing protocols, most of the routing protocols, switching protocols, they also they also need some faster operations. So in order to get executed in a fast and efficient way, you take the help of C++ language for that. Then finally, you can think of embedded system. You know, C is very popular for embedded systems. C is a best suited language for embedded system, microcontrollers, etc. They use C normally. So since C++ is a superset of C, you can make use of C++ also for that embedded system development. This way you will find a lot of applications of C++. And moreover, even you can find C++ applications for database development also. In databases we find, you are familiar or you might have heard MySQL. MySQL is a free DBMS, relational database management system, and that is developed in C++. Postgres is again another RDBMS which is developed in C++. This is how most of the backend, in the backend, the things are taking place making use of C++, like YouTube, Quora. They need to they need to use databases and their management. That all we do with the help of C++. And when you talk about databases, you most of the time you will be representing the databases or creating the file systems, etc., making use of trees, B plus trees, etc. They could be easily developed in using they could be easily developed using C++ language. That's why C++ is one of the most widely used language, and as I mentioned in the beginning, if you Google it, you will find somewhere in the 4th or 5th position of most widely used language in market or industry. That's why now what is our aim? Since C++ is developed somewhere in 1980s and it is the language developed after C, so it would be a very base or a good point to start with C++ and make mastery, develop mastery in C++. And more as the latest languages like Python, Java, they're all almost based on C++. If you are very much familiar with C++, in no time you can master Python, in no time you can master Java. That's why with this intention, like you should have a strong base in C++, I have started this series of video tutorials, and I am sure you will make use of these tutorials and make your career, or you will utilize it for your career development. So what actually we'll be doing now, we will be starting with this C++ language. Initially I'll discuss C++ language aspects, then immediately I'll move to the object oriented programming of C++. I'll not going to discuss these things like loops, if else. These basic things I assume that you are already familiar. So I would like to teach you, I would like to train you how you should be able to develop object oriented programs, not simple procedure oriented. So if you are not that familiar with those things, you will find a lot of videos and a lot of stuff on Google. You can develop the base in programming, like using how if else, how loops are used, how arrays are used, those things. So I'll be directly starting from functions, C++ functions, and then how the object oriented programming is done in C++ using class and object concept. So initially, to start, I'll start with object oriented programming features of C++, like abstraction, data encapsulation, classes and objects, polymorphism, and inheritance. That all I'll discuss theoretical first, and then immediately I'll switch over to programming, how we can develop programs using classes and objects. So for this I'll be trying to make use of Linux. So I'll be using VMware virtual Linux. There I'll execute my programs. I'll demonstrate whenever I develop something, immediately I'll demonstrate practically. This way both things will go hand in hand, parallelly we'll do it, so that you should grasp the concept. So I hope you liked my video, this one, and I request you, if you are really interested in knowing the C and in-depth aspects of C++, knowing C++ and in-depth aspects of C++, you please subscribe to this video series, my IT class, and you will be notified whenever I develop. Normally my practice would be to release 2 to 3 videos weekly, so that you should also be able to grasp it in time. So with this, I hope you got my point. If you have any suggestions, any inputs, you are most welcome for it. You can put it in comments. So thank you so much for watching the video. So just wait for the next video. Thank you. Thank you for watching.